my god. Here we go again. Hello. Today I'm going to show you how to make a command in your chat that will display the latest YouTube video from your YouTube channel, so you don't have to keep manually updating a command every time you stream if you're someone who likes to advertise or inform your viewers of your latest YouTube video in your streams. We're going to use Streamer.Bot, just because that is what I know, but you can actually use any bot you want as long as it has the ability to call an API from another service, or in this case YouTube. But we're going to keep it on Streamer.Bot for now because it's pretty popular, it's pretty simple, it's pretty free. This will be free, however there are some limitations. YouTube's free, or Google's free tier for the YouTube API caps at 10,000 requests. To be fair, like, you're probably never going to hit that unless you're a massive streamer or if someone is trying to be a jerk. And in that case, you can just ban them before they hit 10,000 requests. The way we're setting it up, when someone runs the command, that will cost 1 request. And it's 10,000 requests per day is your quota. So as long as the command isn't being run 10,000 times, you are okay on the free tier. So the first thing we need to do is we need to go to... So open up your favorite browser, or your least favorite browser, I don't care, I'm not your mother. And you are going to go to console.cloud.google.com. And it's going to bring you to this page. Yours is going to look different if you've never been here before. Mine, yeah, I have some other projects going on, so it shows one of the projects that I had previously accessed here. But yours will probably look different. That's okay. At the end of the day, what you're going to click on is up here. Yours may say no project selected. That's okay. Click on that. Click on new project. And you can name it whatever you want. So I'm going to name it, I don't know, Streamer.Bot YouTube API. It doesn't really matter. Name it something you will know if you ever have to come back to it, right? Click create. It takes a second. And we will wait for that to complete. Oh look, it's complete. I didn't even have to cut. Click select project to get into it here. And now we are in, you can see here, you're in the Streamer.Bot YouTube API project. Okay, so what we need to do here is enable the YouTube API and generate an API key, which we will then use in Streamer.Bot to grab the latest video from our YouTube channel. So click on this hamburger menu here. We are going to go into APIs and services. We're going to go to enable APIs and services. And then here we're going to search for YouTube, hit enter. We want the YouTube data API v3. We're going to click on that. Click on enable. We can ignore this down here. There we go. And now the YouTube API is enabled in this project. Cool. So now our project can talk to the YouTube API. We still need to generate an API key so that Streamer.Bot can talk to our project here. If you don't know what I'm talking about, by the way, that's okay. You don't really need to. The long and the short of it is that APIs are a way for applications to talk to other applications without a human present. So we want Streamer.Bot to talk to YouTube without you having to click any buttons, right? We don't want Streamer.Bot to go, oh, what channel? Oh, okay, what video, right? Like, we want all that to be automatic. So an API is a way for multiple different applications to talk to each other in a pre-configured way that we're going to tell it, but without us actually having to navigate through a website or anything or click any buttons. Cool. So click on credentials. We got to make that API key. And then click create credentials, API key. Name it whatever you want. I'm going to call Streamer.Bot. Because whatever, right? We are going to go, this is all okay. Make sure, by the way, that you don't give anybody this key. Anybody you give this key to can use your API, that means your project here, to perform requests, and those will count against your quota. So keep this key to yourself, treat it like a password. Obviously, I'm gonna have deleted this one by the time this video goes live, so don't worry about me displaying it here. But you do not, like, treat it like a password. Don't tell anyone this key, keep it to yourself. So we're gonna copy this. You can click the copy button here, or you can go Control-C. And we are going to paste it into a notepad. New thing here, that's just some OBS logs, because my OBS was crashing earlier. So save this here just for now. We're gonna need it later. We can close out of this now. We're done with this. So now we will need to grab our YouTube channel ID, which is different than the name of our channel up here. It's not any of these. It's a alphanumeric ID to tell Streamer.Bot what channel to actually, grab information from using YouTube's API. I just Googled YouTube channel ID finder. It doesn't really matter. Pick one of them. Hey, look, this one's even for Twitch tools. Look at that. Excellent. So my YouTube channel, the text version is @BrofarOfficial. You throw that in here, convert your YouTube username to an ID, and you get your alphanumeric channel ID here. We're going to copy that, put it down here. Notepad. And now we have all the building blocks to create the action in Streamer.Bot. We are going to create an action, which is something that tells Streamer.Bot what to do with a command. So in actions, we're going to right click, add. We're going to call this latest YouTube video, right? Group, you can set it whatever you want. Queue, set that to whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Click OK. Excellent. For the trigger, you can trigger it however you want. We are going to keep it simple here. We're going to make it just a simple chat command. So we're going to search for command triggered. We're going to create a command here. We'll call this YouTube latest video. And we'll say, exclamation mark YT, right? So if anybody types exclamation mark YT, it's going to give them the answer. Excellent. Okay. Sweet. Now the sub actions is where this gets interesting and where the actual meat of the tutorial here is, though it is going to be pretty quick. What we're going to do is use YouTube's API to give us some information, but we also need to parse that. So let me show you what the API URL kind of looks like, and then we will work through it bit by bit here. Okay. Here I will show you what YouTube's API URL format kind of looks like. It looks like this. You don't need to worry about the get. Cool. So we're gonna go to googleapis.com/youtube/v3/search. You see where it says your API key, that's where we're going to put this thing, and then channel ID is where we're going to put this thing, and then the rest of this I will explain right now. So part snippet, don't worry about. Order date. The reason we're ordering by date is because we want the latest one, and ordering by date makes the latest one appear first, which then combined with max results equals, we're going to change that to 1. So max results equals 1, which means give me one result ordered by date, which translates to give me the latest video. Okay, cool. Now this type video and video duration equals medium is something that you may want to change. My understanding is that this is how those lengths work. If you say medium, it's videos, 4 to 20 minutes. If you want short, it's videos that are less than 4 minutes, which includes YouTube Shorts, and then long is 20 plus minutes, right? So if you want the bot to only return with like long form videos that you've uploaded, and you don't want it to pick up on shorts, and assuming that your videos are longer than 20 minutes, you're actually going to want to write long here. If you write any, or if you leave this out, then it's going to just pick up on your latest video regardless of if it's a long video or if it's a YouTube short or anything. That's going to be the URL it gives back to you. So in this case, we want to only show our long form videos. I don't want my channel to say, hey, check out my latest short. I want my channel to just advertise my latest long format video. So we're just going to substitute these values in. So this is our API key. We're going to copy it into your API key here. Just replace it completely. And then our channel ID, we're going to copy that into where it says channel ID here. And we can test this out. We can actually open this in a browser to show you kind of what it looks like. So here, let's go to that URL, and you can see here, this is the information it gives back to us. And you don't need to be able to kind of know what's going on here. If you do, that's great. But the TLDR, the summary, is that it's showing me the latest video that I've uploaded. It actually not only shows me the ID of the video, which is here, which we can use to build the video URL later, but it even gives us the title if we want to include that, the description. But this is the information that it gives back to us. And we're actually going to keep this open because it's going to help us tell Streamer.Bot what to respond with in the chat command. Cool. So here's what we're going to do. In sub actions, we're going to search for fetch, and you're going to see core network fetch URL. If you don't, for some reason, you don't want to use the search, you can just right click here, go add core network fetch URL. Okay, it's going to pop up with a little box here. We are going to copy our URL here that we have set up with all of our values in there already. And we're just going to paste in the URL box here. We are going to parse results as JSON. This is a JSON object. You don't need to know what that means. Just trust me on this if you don't know what that means. But this will help us with the chat message afterwards. Cool. The variable name, so Streamer.Bot's going to take, it's going to basically go to this URL. It's going to take all this information. It's going to put it in a variable. So what do we want to call the variable? We're going to keep it simple. I'll call it YT. You can call it literally whatever you want. Just make sure you remember what it is because we're going to need to use it in a couple seconds here. So I'll call it YT, hit OK. That's it. That's all. So now it's talking to the YouTube API. It's grabbing this information every time we run this command. It's not actually doing anything with that information yet. So we actually have to tell it to do something with that info. So we're going to go, again, you could search for it. We could go send message or message. And then we're going to Twitch, send message to channel. Again, if you don't want to use the search, you go add, Twitch, chat, and then send message to channel. And here's the message. So we can start off with some text. We can say, hey, check out my latest YouTube video. And now this is where it gets a little dicey. So if you know how navigating JSON objects work, this is going to be trivial for you. If you don't, just follow along and you'll be okay. We're going to start with the percent symbol. That tells Streamer.Bot, hey, I'm about to give you a variable. Don't write this literally out. Use this as a variable and grab that. We're going to put YT because that's what we called the variable in the fetch. Again, if you use something else, you would put whatever you entered in the variable name there. You would put whatever you entered in this variable name instead of where I'm writing YT, right? So we're going to go YT, then a period. That means so YT is giving you this whole thing. We want to drill down into it. So we're going to go YT, and then we're going to go into items, because that is where the information we want is. So we're going to go yt.items, then a square bracket, a 0, and then we're going to close the square bracket. That means I want the first item, which is the square bracket here, by the way, is like, it's supposed to be a list. So I'll show you real quick what I mean by that. So we said max results 1. But if I said max results 5, for instance, in the square bracket, we're going to have 5 objects. So this curly brace to this curly brace is all one video, one object. So this is all the stream elements video, right? The second curly brace, this is the second object. So this is, this was a VOD that I uploaded as my Resident Evil speed run, but it's the second one, right? And if I had 5 videos, which I don't apparently, you'd see more down the list. So, going back to results 1 to keep it kind of in line with what we're doing here. Despite the fact that there's only one object in the list, we still have to tell it, hey, I want the first object. That's what the square bracket 0 is. So yt.items, square bracket 0, close square bracket. Then what do we want? Well, first of all, we want the title, right? So the title is in items, and then inside items, we go we want snippet. It's inside the snippet. So we're going to go .snippet. Now we're in these curly braces here. And within these curly braces, what do I want? I want the title. So we're going to go .title. And then that's it. We're at where we want. So we're going to do a percent symbol to finish off the variable here. So that Streamer.Bot knows that this is all one big variable. So what it's going to do now is when we run the command, it's going to say, hey, I'm going to talk to the YouTube API, get all this information, and then I'm going to send this message to your Twitch channel saying, hey, check out my latest YouTube video, and that's going to replace this with whatever is in the title here. So right now, in this case, it would be this video. So let's hit OK. We're going to test it out. I will bring my chat over here. And so we called this !YT. So if in my channel, I go !YT, it may take a second because it has to talk. And then it goes, hey, check out my latest YouTube video. add a stream elements chat over blah 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 to your overlay. Well, I mean, that doesn't have the link yet. That's okay, but we now know this is working. So we know it's actually successfully talking to YouTube. That's great. That means all this information, Streamer.Bot has it. So then we can go and grab the URL now. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're gonna go back into the Twitch message here. And for simplicity's sake, you could just copy and paste this and change some of the names here. We're gonna do it from scratch just to be holistic about the experience. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna once again open, or we're gonna do a percent symbol to say, hey, this is gonna be a variable. Don't literally write this out. Again, we're gonna go yt, or whatever you decide to name the variable, dot, and we still want that first item. So we're gonna go items, the first one, which is 0. In computers, you start counting at 0. You don't start counting at 1 for most of the time. Some programming languages do start at 1. Don't worry about that. After items, what do we want? Well, we don't want the snippet anymore. We don't want everything that's in here. We actually want this video ID. So this video ID isn't in a subfolder, for lack of a better term. It's actually right in the main items curly brace here. So, well, actually it's an ID. So we're gonna go .id, right? So now that we went to items, we went to the first item. Now here we went into ID, so now we're looking at this. I don't really care about this. I want the video ID. So we're gonna go .videoId. Make sure you follow the capitalization. This is case sensitive. Capitalization does matter in this case. So the I in ID is capital, so we need to make sure that the I in ID where we write it is also capital. Capital. Cool, that's it. We're here. We have the information we want. Close the variable with another percent symbol. You will notice though, I'll test this, I'll show you. You will notice that this is incomplete still. So if I now go !yt, cool. It showed us the ID of the video. That is not a link. But YouTube has a very predictable, which is great for programmers, way of accessing a video. And what is that predictable way of accessing a video? Well, it's in the form of a URL, and it goes like this. We'll do it right here. https://youtube.com/watch $v equals, and then you would put the video ID right here. So I want it to look like this. This is my video. I'll even show you how my video this is. Look, it's the video. I don't want to hear myself. Pause. Okay, sweet. That's where we are, right? So how do we do this but change this ID to whatever the latest video was, right? We're just gonna literally take this out and we're gonna substitute it with the variable we just made. So we just copy and paste that after the equal symbol in V. And it's gonna say, the bot is going to literally write https://youtube.com/watch $v equals, and then instead of these percent symbols, it knows it's a variable, so it's gonna substitute in whatever is here. So let's hit OK, and I will show you how that works, or I will show you that works. So again, we're gonna go !yt, and you'll notice, hey, check out my latest YouTube video. It says the name of the video, and then it even links us now to the video. So if I click this, it's gonna go to the YouTube video. Amazing, right? And the nice thing about this is you're now done. If you upload a new video, it knows, it's smart enough. It's gonna talk to YouTube again, and it's gonna get your latest video. You don't have to change a thing. It's gonna automatically pull your latest video whenever you upload it. No changes required on your side, all automatic and completely free. So hopefully you've learned something today. Have fun with it. Do whatever you want. You can obviously do more than just send a Twitch message. You can obviously do more than just have it linked to a command. If you're someone who likes to pin the video at the beginning of your stream, you can set a trigger to streaming started. OBS streaming started. And then now, as soon as you hit start stream, it's going to send that chat message to your channel, and then you can just pin it, right? It's going to be... it'll do it automatically for you, right? And then you can actually also have the command as well if you want other people to be able to call it too. One thing to note is if you are worried that people are going to abuse this and do it more than the 10,000 times per day that you get, then you can also always take the command and make it like a mod only command or a VIP and mod only command instead of just letting everybody use it. That's up to you, completely your choice, but that is an option that's there for you. That's it. Congratulations. You have created a working dynamic YouTube video command in your Streamer.Bot in like 20 minutes. Great job.